Hello everyone, it's been a while since I made a last video. Because of my scheduling constraints, it was becoming a little bit hectic. So the purpose of this video is that I have been recently interacting with the UPSC aspirants who are going to appear for UPSC interviews. So the one question that they are regularly asking and trying to have an answer is, should we have an opinion or certain ideological tiltation we start should we can we show that during the interview process. And because during the mains answer writing process we have a tendency to have a balanced viewpoint, try to have a viewpoint that is considerate of the both perspectives, opposing and favoring perspectives. And even during the mains, even the mains aspirants who are practicing for the mains answer, they have a concern that should we show our viewpoint, should we just put our head out and show that this is my opinion regarding this issue. So I will try to answer the both things. First, let's consider the mains perspective. If you're appearing for the mains and if you have to attempt the mains answer, then there, because the sort of a question that you handle is framed in a way that they're asking critically analyze or discuss or examine, so they have a room to they basically provide you a room to explore the both perspective. It could be favoring and opposing. Secondly, you are not expected to provide your own opinion there, apart from some ethics answer that they may openly ask that provide your own opinion. And usually the GS answer on the even in the optionals, they in the mains answer I think they're expecting to have an analytical viewpoint regarding the both perspective. If they're checking whether you are aware or cognizant of the both perspectives. And even during the conclusion, we do not provide a certain tilted answer that is favoring a one perspective. We basically try to have, we basically try to frame a conclusion in a way that it should be considerate or try to balance both opinions or try to have a discussion and debates regarding the issue. Like any issue, like if we are elect one nation, one election issue, then you will provide a favoring argument, you will provide a arguments present the constraint of this idea. At the end, we will say that there should be a discussion and open debates and discussions in the parliament, in the society, at the NGOs level, civil societies level. So that is how we frame up our main answer. That is how we frame our main answer that happens. But during the interview, they expect us to have an opinion. Even if we try to dodge that question in a way that these are the favoring views, these are the opposing views, and so you just think that will not happen. They will keep digging you until you start showing opinion. So because they want you, even if you try to avoid it, please don't avoid it. Put your head out, and try to have an opinion. I think this is how this should happen in this manner, and having proper backing and argumentation behind this view when you're applying for interview. Because if they suppose ask you, okay, what is your opinion regarding the action of a US administration or a Trump administration, what is happening in Venezuela? Then you cannot say, okay, this has a positive perspective, this has a negative. That kind of answer is maybe expected, maybe accepted in mains, but that during the interview process, then they are not expecting that. So that is the one thing. Even when they will ask that, even during, like suppose in the mains this question will be framed, that's because of the course guidelines, that question will be the what should be the opinion, what should they stand of India. So there you can say that for India can take a favor. What will the impact if India start showing a opinionated viewpoint against the US administration or a favor, and even you will try to explore the perspective of the neutral stand that India can take. So that is the thing that you can explore. That is the room that you have in the mains answer writing. But when we attempt for a when we go for an interview, there you have to say, like in according to my opinion, India should wait and watch. India should because situations and things are still panning out. We are not sure how it will end up ultimately because U.S. administration may have picked up the Venezuelan president, but at the Venezuela ground level, this is just lead to the replacement of the leader. They have a similar ideological values and inclinations. So at the ground level in Venezuela, things are not changed that dramatically. Certainly, it is a big change, but it is not led to the change of administration, which is under the control of USA. Because US is still negotiating with the Venezuelan administration regarding these things. Okay, So that is the one thing. Now, the thing is, when we're in interview, you will say, according to me, if the question will be asked from me, then I would say that India should wait and watch and try to have a balanced opinion. And even like the India has taken this, and the India has taken is that we are expecting to have a peaceful conversation regarding these things. So that's how you can take, because you can't support the US because the democratic standards were not there. US administration was completely right. You may have that opinion, but as per, because you should be also be cognizant of the perspective that what the Indian government stand is presently. And the stand of the Indian government must have been taken by the consideration of various aspects that is happening. What will the situation, what kind of stand that India usually takes? Because India did not openly support even Russia when Russia attacked Ukraine. So even that time we were appealing for a constraint and appealing for the peaceful negotiation that could happen. So even in USA, India should not take any stand that is inclined toward a particular thing. We are not saying that we are not against the democracy. We are not against the undemocratic standards that were happening in Venezuela. Or so that was not the Indian perspective. So that is what I am trying to say, that in the interview you are expected to have an opinion, and your opinion does not mean that your opinion should start reflecting because you have some certain ideological background. So you will have that. That should not be there. Like if I am conservative or if liberal, I will have that kind of opinion. Your opinion should be based on certain argumentation is that that must have some rational thinking. Okay, like if I can tell you one thing, like if suppose there are questions that I ask, what are the opinion regarding the caste census? So in the mains, you may have an opinion that these are the positive aspects. There are administrative constraints as well. These are negative aspects. These sort of things. Answer you can write in the mains. But in the interview question that is asked, then you are expected to have then you are expected to have an answer. And it's to there could be a person that is opinionated against the caste census. There could be a person who is opinionated for the caste census. Whatever your opinion is, that you should stick to your opinion. Like if suppose someone has opinion that caste census may lead to a further division into society, so don't just stop there. Give some backup answer that this has happened earlier. This has happened somewhere. Somewhere the racial census must have been done and if the racial definition increase or decrease. If someone is having opinion that caste census should be done, then that person should also provide the reasoning. Like there's a saying, if you can't measure certain things, you can't manage that thing. That's a beautiful quote, and if someone is trying to explain and support that argumentation in the favor of caste census, then he or she can just provide that answer, and you will be well and good. So that is my whole purpose of making this video. Then you can have an opinion in the interviews, and but that opinion should have a rational basis. It's gonna be the open-ended opinion on the basis. You should not show your ideological inclination. You should show your rational thinking. That for this opinion, I have a rational backup or the ideological backup. Okay, so that is the purpose of this video, and I will try to be more regular. But it will depend on my schedule after. But I will try to put an effort and be more regular in the videos that you're expecting. And you're open to give me a suggestion that if you want me to make a video on certain specific issues. Some of you reached out to me to make a video on regarding the ethics answer writing approach, and also the geography optional approach. So I will try to make some videos on the geography optional, because how should we balance those human geography and physical geography, and I will try to 2 3 videos on the ethics approach. And apart from that, you are open to give me a suggestion that if you want me to make a video on a certain issue, then I will try to think about that. Okay, and but I will try to be regular. I am putting some efforts that it could be possible, but please bear with me. So I may be absent for a few weeks, but I will try to do that. Okay, thanks.